you clicked on this video because you want to reshaft a club that you might currently have, maybe you broke the shaft during a bad round, or you're just looking to upgrade the shaft that's currently in one of your clubs. That's the case for me today. I'm swapping out this shaft right here for this new graphite shaft. I thought I'd just change it up a little bit. And I'm going to be doing this with basically no tools. I used to do this growing up when I was working at the country club, and I had all the tools, at my disposal, but now, I don't have any of them. The way I'm gonna do it today though, there's a chance that you might ruin the shaft that's currently in it. So if you want to keep the shaft that's in your club currently and maybe go back to it, you might wanna take it somewhere and have them do it, or make sure you get the right tools. So first thing that I'm gonna do is I need to basically break free this ferrule so that I can actually slide this up and then start heating up the shaft and not melt this, because I don't have another ferrule. All I did was I boiled some water, and now I'm just gonna, I guess I can do this. And I hope that's enough to break it loose. All right. So, like I said, that's all that was needed to basically break this free. Next, we're gonna actually move on to the head. And this is actually where we're gonna actually have to heat this thing up. We're probably gonna have to take it to the burner. So like I said, we got the ferrule loose. Now what we're gonna do is we need to heat up the hosel a little bit so that we can actually, break free that epoxy that's in there currently. This is the part that might ruin the shaft. If you start twisting the head and whatnot, it might bend or, manipulate the steel in there. But I don't have a blowtorch, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the stove. This is one where you're gonna wanna have a towel ready because you don't wanna be touching that the hot club head. And we're just gonna, roast our 3-iron. You don't want to get it red hot, obviously, because then you won't be able to really handle it. You just want to do it enough to actually break the epoxy. I'm going to give it a shot really quick. Oh, that's all I needed. So, as you can see, it's already coming loose. That was actually a lot smoother and cleaner than I expected. The next thing that we're going to have to do is, I don't know if you can see in there, but it is very gunky on the inside, and this is, you got to clean that out, basically make sure there's no gunk in there so that we can move on to the next step. All right, so my club head's cooled off quite a bit now. What I'm gonna do is obviously I need to clean out the hosel. So I have some paint thinner here that I use for grips, and I'm just gonna, put that on a Q-tip right now and see what I can get out of the head just from there, and then see what I need to do after that. Epoxy seems to be breaking up pretty nicely, which is good. Right now, just using a piece of sandpaper on the inside of the actual club head, just to make sure any of the old glue is really kind of cleared out from in there, and there's just no old, residue in there. Once I do this, I'll probably just throw a little bit of solvent on a Q-tip again, and just make sure it's really clean before actually moving to the next step. Next, like I said, I just put the shaft in as far as it can go. And I'm actually just gonna mark it with a Sharpie so I know where I need to potentially, just sand it down a little bit till. Obviously the ferrule is gonna be a little bit over it, so you can see I'm gonna sand just this first portion here, just basically have it ready for epoxy. I'm just putting a piece of sandpaper around it, just gonna sand a bit. So we have all our equipment here. The shaft has been sanded down. I just used some sandpaper. If you have a sanding belt, that'll help too. We have a new ferrule, club head. I made sure that the inside of the hosel was completely cleared out of any debris. There's nothing obstructing the club that's gonna be going back in. And then I just have a golf tee for mixing my epoxy. And then I have a paper towel and some paint thinner just to kind of clean off any resin that I might, overfill. You're gonna want to do equal parts. Then all we're going to do is mix. They say that you should probably mix this for about 20 to 30 seconds. Might need more. Okay, what I'm gonna do is just get a little bit on here, and then I just wanna get it in the shaft, basically, or inside of the hosel. And then want to tap it down. Paper towel with some. That is basically it. What you're going to want to do is you're going to set this aside. I'm going to actually put a piece of tape from here to here just to basically make sure that this ferrule doesn't move at all. And that's basically it. You're going to want to wait for 24 hours and then you're going to give it a go and hope that the club head doesn't fly off. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked watching this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one.